Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Monty from 777 Freedom Airsoft, and I'm here today, and I have Jamie, Ninja, Big Country, me, Compton, Ben, Jay, or Billy as we like to call him, and then we got Steve over there. Just kidding, that's Kelly. Alright guys, so today we're doing our third roundtable discussion. I'm really excited because, as you can see, we are multiplying like a bunch of rabbits, so we got a lot more people here than last time and the time before. So, we're going to start off. Question number 1. Go, Greg!
How do you guys feel about vehicles being used in airsoft simulation games?
I'm going to actually send that over to Big Country first. He gets answer first.
I think it's great for like military simulation. As far as having, you got like a 5-ton, put a bunch of guys in the back, and haul them out to the field. If you've got, I know that one field, way down past like towards Six Flags.
Oh jeez.
Warp Dogs.
Yeah, Warp Dogs.
I know Warp Dogs has a tank.
What?
They have a tank and they roll that around.
That's cool.
But as far as that, for like a mil sim game, it's great. I mean,
Have multiple too. Makes both teams, even. Not just one side have a technical.
Yeah. I think the type of vehicles that you need, I think they're always fun, but I just think sometimes they get too much. Like, I know that Jericho used to run vehicles, but it really just didn't serve a purpose just because the streets are like that big and you're trying to run a 1.5 down and it just doesn't fit the gameplay. But I think they're fun when they're needed. Like if you're going around Boron or something like that, or Coppermine, or a place that's open and someone's got like a Suburban or a little like Tahoe or some sort of technical with a machine gun on the back.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's where it's fun. But
the field needs to be scaled to size.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't be running a huge 5-ton or 1.5 down tiny little.
Going down Jericho with an M1 Abrams.
It just doesn't work because everyone's like, oh, that's obstacle, but they're fun when you can get them, especially when you have a full crew of guys who knows how to work in a vehicle. Because in my opinion, I just don't even like the big cargo trucks. I just don't think they're fun. I mean, if you're going from one end of the AO to the other, cool, transport. Hop in for transport. But as far as it goes for like gameplay, I don't think it's fun to be, especially because they don't go fast. They're not. They kind of lumber around, and you don't want to be sitting in the back just. I could run past them faster, but if someone's cruising through with like a little truck or something like that, that's fun because you got to do it in the back, you got to do propped up on the passenger seat, and then you got to drive it.
Well,
that's
you
fun.
can use it for cover too if you don't want to ride alone.
Bingo.
So that's
They're
a great
good.
way of using it. As well.
Everything in moderation, everything has its purpose and its time where it needs to be used. But I think they're a good idea. You guys good with that? Anybody got anything to add?
Which is why Black Knights came up with a Mini Cooper that we converted
No
for that purpose.
way.
It's actually pretty cool. Our team leader, Legion, he painted it all out. He's got the biohazard right in front. He's trying to get a side turret swinging out, that kind of stuff.
He went to Wasteland with me. It's dope. It's cool. I can't wait to actually see that. Just because you got a little tactic Cooper running around. But, Alright, so
they had when it comes with that, it definitely just depends on the size of the event.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like if it's gonna be 30 guys, there's no need for it. If there's 150 dudes and you got 1 or 2 technicals on each side, that can be a game changer on both sides. But my main thing is I'm worried about safety because I have met people who can't drive stick, and I've seen them roll 30 yards in one direction because they just killed it and just like, and there it goes.
Hit the brake! I am! That's the clutch, dipshit! Damn it! No,
That's my main concern.
Everything
Like,
in
someone's
moderation.
gonna be like right behind it when they kill it, and it's just gonna like roll right on top of them.
Or you got so many people who, are just running around, and you got, obviously smart people are going to be like, hey, technical there, let's just wait for it to pass and then run. But when we were at Boron and they had one of those vehicles, I saw some idiot just running across the street while this car's rolling at like maybe 35, 40. And he's running past it, on some of the maps you can't see past here, and he's just...
And that's another thing.
I would just love to see the technical just
Also, if you're gonna bring a technical out and it's your own car, make sure it's gonna get shot, obviously. So
Yeah, because there are dudes out there who are like, don't shoot my car!
It's like,
No,
no, use
don't
it
bring
as a
it.
technical then.
So if you're gonna bring a technical out, obviously you're
I'm a fan
make
of
sure
those
your
little,
car is-
Same thing dudes who
those
get out there and
little
get
Polarises.
mad when they have, the Polaris.
Those like little 6-reel Polaris.
Those are fun.
Those things are great
You
little
can't-
technicals.
You can't really damage those.
They cost like what, $2,000?
Oh, they're
If-
expensive.
Well,
They're expensive.
and depending on what you do to it.
Yeah, like
so
brand new ones are like, I think it's like 5-6 grand.
Yeah.
Those would be a great thing because they're not too much.
Yeah. All right,
Next
we
question.
covered that one. Next
All right.
question. What do we got?
Well, adding on to the whole vehicle situation, someone wanted to know if 777 will be using vehicles in our next Wild event and if it would be hosted at Code Red.
Okay, as far as it goes, going to be hosted at Code Red, it's looking like it. And I'm just going to say yes, it is. As far as vehicles go, I'm going to say 75% yes. It just depends if we can lock it down for that day. If we can get a vehicle, yeah, we will. Absolutely. But it just depends, like I said, it's locking everything down. We should make sure. So I'm going to say yes to both of those.
If so, they'll have the bus.
Yeah. But we'll also see if Leonidas uses tactical burn. That might work.
What should be the main role of like an LMG or an MMG, other than like support?
Who here actually owns an LMG?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna let one person without an LMG answer, and then both guys with an LMG will let that answer. So let's go to him first. We have heard from that.
Well, I run PKM, same line as this one. I mostly use it to suppress people, put them on the cover. If they can't get their heads out, they can't push forward. And then you can rack up a lot of kills too. They don't really. You have a lot of enemies at the LMG guy. Like
Yeah,
they're
plus you
pushing.
pop one of those in a fatal funnel, dude, you're done. Because that's so much ammo at such a high speed going down to one area, they're done.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hand it over to him next. What do you think? What should the role be?
I don't think it should be implemented the way that we're using it in real life, just because it's BB boards. You don't have the same range. It should be used more of to open up lanes of traffic for your team to move up.
Suppressive
So
fire.
open up an area so you can get a fire team moving through there and then sweep
Yeah.
through them.
I agree with that.
That's the way I see it.
And that's the way they are. A lot of people think, oh, it's a machine gun, it's meant to kill a lot of people at once. No, it's meant to be suppressing fire so dudes keep their heads down and go, oh wow, that's a lot.
The big thing with it is that I don't think of any mostly light machine guns and most medium machine guns as a defensive weapon. It's definitely an assault weapon.
Well, it's meant to keep their heads down so you can move forward.
That's
So,
one thing that I'm certain you've seen is where people get in the mindset the moment they have one of those to not move ever.
Yeah.
You need to move
You gotta-
more than anyone else.
Yeah, because you got to be that guy that covers because that's a lot of ammo going down range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
how big of
think
a box value too.
yeah,
It just depends, but regardless.
because I've seen dudes running with a actual
Yeah.
the big old 5,000
Yep.
rounds, and then I've seen it in real life. I want them to do this in Airsoft. I'm sure it's done somewhere, but it's called the Scabbard of Death, which is basically like miniguns.
Oh
how-
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the back.
It just attaches right
It's
to the
the-
back, and it's powered by a car battery or motorcycle battery.
I think that would work.
And it just
really well for
just rice sack loads it all up and it just keeps going. It's cool.
I think that would work really well with like an HPA.
Bingo.
But yeah, that would be
Is that the one where they load
monster.
in the backpack with the hose?
Yeah.
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 Okay, yeah, I've seen some mods done like that.
I think that would be cool.
If we can do that for an actual LMG or something like that, I think that would be great.
Yeah,
Just
that'd be
because you don't have to worry about it
Break
being.
that for a technical.
Oh,
Perfect.
So for the guys who are running an LMG, do you guys run into any like technical problems? Do you guys get tired after a while carrying it around, etc.?
Just now we're getting used to it.
Yeah, it's a matter of getting used to the weight. You get used to that very quickly. If you just keep practicing.
And I think the only like you were saying with the dudes who just need to move more than anybody else, like that's a problem for dudes who don't move. I think the guys who are just staying stationary and the guys who aren't used to the weight,
They're the ones
Yeah.
who get tired.
Then you guys are just like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait here because they're just like that's too heavy. I don't want to do
They
it.
are heavy guns.
Because I know what do you call it? When we were at Mr. Paintball, my weapon went down like always, and I actually had to go to Riverside and say, hey, let me use your saw, and he actually let me use it, and I'm used to running a bolt, which it's a heavier construction, but running that gun, I was like, wow, this is more than I thought it would be. So I mean, it's understandable how people just get fed up with that. But coming from a guy who doesn't own an LMG, I'm actually going to hand it over to Kelly right now. What do you think about, do you enjoy having LMGs either on your side or on the other side facing you?
It's an intimidation factor. It's a big game changer. It changes up the way you have to strategize and play.
Yeah.
Simply because, like Compton says, the style in which you use it, using it for covering fire for people to open up a lane and move up. I wanted to get a 240 at one point, but that one convinced me otherwise. So.
I'm sorry, Kelly. You're 110 pounds. I don't think you need.
135.
I don't think you need a 240.
240 is as much as you do.
Yes,
As much as I do.
Exactly. This
Get him a toy one.
I've carried a real one before, so I know what it's like.
Little Nerf
Kelly, we all have.
M240.
We've all been MCs. You can't get over it.
All right, next question.
All right, this one's directed towards you, or a member of 777. Can you explain like the origins of 777?
I think that needs to be some video. I think that, or like a small video.
Yeah, you guys been
That was-
around
that's
for a
it.
while. That's like.
Or would you like to chime in, Isaac?
We have been around for a long time, and there's a lot more to it than just, oh, we started here, got this, and we're here now. There's a lot more to it than that. But I'm gonna let Isaac chime in right now, but we're gonna keep it short, and we're gonna actually move that and make it its own little short video, just so we can.
That's a 777.
That's a personal question, and you know, it's gonna be boring if we're meant to be talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
But Isaac, what
So those that can hear me, I'm Doc, the team leader of 777, and also the founder. Yeah, you know, Monty is fully correct. We would have to at least bring in our 7 core guys that have been around. We're a team over 5 years, with multiple championships under our belt, and you know, so there's a lot to talk about there. And Sevens ain't just a team; we're a family, and that's the reason why we're still around. And that's the reason why we still have members that are still together. And to any teams that are listening, we wonder how to keep a team together long. And I'm talking to all you guys right now that are sitting behind the table, especially Country, Ninja, and Compton. You know, don't take this lightly.
hang out with each other. They can just, you know, because a lot of teams fail because they want to just, oh, we meet us here this time, and then once we're done, we'll go grab food and we'll take off. No, like, we're hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
Like, sevens are together, like,
And,
I would safely say about 3 days out of the week we're hanging out. You know?
It's been a very awarding to have the privilege to know Monty, to know Greg, you know, to know Buddy, Smalls, and go on and so forth. That it has been my privilege to know these guys, and it's an honor, and it's something that you shed tears over. I love these guys, and it's been an amazing experience to be a part of Sevens and watch it grow, and watch us fail at times, you know. So yeah, that's going to be a different discussion.
It's a personal thing, and we definitely will cover that in its own little video because it's a sentimental thing, not necessarily a just
Hey,
point
we're
A,
together.
point B, point C, we're done.
Y'all gonna
So-
make me shed a tear.
I was gonna say, I'm running tears starting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
cover
and a
that.
good
It's
thing to start at, for everyone. Get on YouTube, go to 777s and look up our Brotherhood video.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with Airsoft. It just has to do with us behind the scenes and all that. And boy, I wish we had a camera in everything we do because dang, Comedy Central would probably pick this up. That's for sure. So we'll go ahead and head to the next question. But yeah, whatever fan or friend that asked that question, we'll do a video for that.
Yeah.
We'll do a video for that. Okay.
Next question before we crack.
All right. So there's how you notice different play styles for outdoors versus indoors and CQB and Milsim. What do you guys think should be the intended play style for an indoor place such as Tax City, or they're not around much anymore, but Inside Interactive, versus an intended play style for Jericho or SC Village, so on and so forth?
Mind if I jump in first?
Go.
Alright, so I've been to when they still had Inside Interactive.
Love it.
Great deal.
Love it.
But unfortunately, I wish they would have expanded with the more game modes. I've noticed with Tax City as well, both South and North, a lot of single elimination, not so much objectives. And I wish that they would put a lot more, game modes in general towards the indoor, not just outdoor. And
Can I say something on that one?
Yeah, go for it.
Being a person that's played practically every style of play, Inside was only maybe 13,000 square feet there.
Yeah.
Can't pretty much eject
Yeah.
in that space. Same with Tech City. Tech City
It's
lacks
super
character.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of barriers and they're not three-dimensional walls.
It's
Yeah.
Now,
paint soft.
So what are you going to do in an objective base area? The only way you can actually play that would be very competition, very black and white things.
Yeah.
It's very just two-dimensional. It's just right here, right there.
Yeah.
There's not much that you can do with it.
We're just talking like a capture the flag or something.
Now, Inside does that. They have flags, flags all over the
but I'm
field.
saying in general, Tax City South and North should do that.
I
I know it gets kind of
but
difficult.
Again,
Yeah.
look at the field.
Yeah.
Look at the field.
Yeah, those are small fields.
Well, not the fact that they're small, because Tech City is actually quite roomy.
Yeah. Tax City South is pretty.
But you know one thing, and if anyone's listening to this Tax City and stuff like that, don't take this wrong. You know, take it any way you want it. They need to grow a pair of fucking balls in that place. Okay? Any kind of indoor facility shouldn't be any engagement rules, unless it's like a beginner group. How the hell are you going to play CQB, room-to-room clearing, and have a bang?
I hate bang bang.
Stop. That's silly.
Yeah, that's.
And you're already at 350 FPS. Ooh.
I got yelled
You know,
at
like,
because
stop
my
that,
high
man.
kappa was shooting like
And there was
5
like-
feet over the limit, and I got a warning. For
Well, now I understand because that's insurance.
it is.
I'm not going to let one guy destroy my business.
Yeah.
So yeah, obey the rules. But the thing is, engage the rule. Oh, you got to be safe. Really, what the hell is a freaking airsoft gun shooting at 350 FPS going to do to you if you're wearing the proper gear?
It's
Make you
gonna-
bleed
it's
a little
gonna
bit.
sting you.
Riding your BMX bikes or your mountain bike, falling on, falling, it's going to do more damage than a close range shot ever will do.
Yeah.
These CQB places need to take that engagement rule, at least for the advanced player, out. How many times anyone's ever been in a corner, breached a room and went in there, and it could happen vice versa, where your gun malfunctions,
Yep.
or you dry fire,
Yeah.
or you jam. So there is possibilities you can miss. So what's this bang bang thing? That's 100% kill, 100% times?
Yeah.
No, I've came to a corner where I bumped heads with a guy. He shot and went under my armpit, missed, and I shot him center mass. So that could have went completely different when we did bang bang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
And a lot of
that's
people don't even take into consideration how bang bang even works. They just think bang bang is, like you said, 100% kill.
Yeah.
I've been around the corner from a dude, took it, like, if this is, like, around the corner, I'm this way facing this way, and this dude's facing that way over the end of the gun. He takes his pistol and he kind of taps it on the edge of the rifle, and he goes, bang bang, and I'm like,
What is
dude,
that?
I can't even see you.
Yeah.
And he's like, bang bang, you're dead. I'm gonna come around the corner, and I'm like,
Okay.
go, let's go. It's just,
it's silly.
bang. People have taken bang bang from, hey, I'm close to you and I don't want to potentially hurt you,
Yeah.
to it's bang bang and surrender are supposed to be gentleman things. Like, hey,
That's a I have you dead to
if someone comes up to me and
Call.
says surrender, bang bang, I don't care if they're on my back and they're bang bang. I'm like,
That's
Thank
a
you.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's fair.
It's ridiculous in my opinion because you're already shooting at 350 FPS. And everyone says that safety factor. Now, Monty made a good point. Surrender your son, right? That's a gentleman thing. You
It's
have your dead to
gentleman,
ride, go ahead, do that.
now
But
here's the
there
thing
is-
though, if you know who you're playing with, I know for a fact if I try to go on Greg and bang bang, he's just gonna,
He's
just
gonna
keep me on the
turn
back,
around
he's
and
gonna
shoot
kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bang bang Greg. Hell no.
Well, how many times have we said at places, Monty, someone comes around and bang bangs us, and what do the sevens always say? Just shoot.
Please shoot me, yeah.
And they're all, are you
Yeah,
serious? Shoot.
And you know me, I
You
hate,
know, like,
and
I
you know
feel
me,
better
I
if
hate
you
to
shoot
get
me.
shot. I hate to
Yeah.
get shot, but even me, I'll be like, just do it, because it makes me feel like such a pansy. People are like bang
It's-
bang, and I have to be like,
And then when last time
Okay.
we were at Tac City, you get it put in the advanced group, right? And the guy's like, okay, in my opinion, an advanced group should play semi-automatic. Why? Because you're an advanced player,
Right.
and you can hit a guy running across the freaking field with one shot. You lead him, you ace him in the head. To me, that feels great. I see a guy run, I'm like, I lead him, whack, boom, right in the head. You know?
Yeah.
And then they go, no, the advanced group's going to be fully auto. We're playing against all the LTV guys, which are awesome players. And what's the other kid's name? Sosa. And they're like, no, it's going to be no engagement in the center, which is great.
Yeah. big one.
And fully auto. And I said, well, advanced group, shouldn't it be, semi?
Semi-autos.
And he goes, well, if you're scared to get shot, you can go in the beginners. I said, okay, that wasn't my question. So my question was, shouldn't advanced players
now,
be on semi?
well, I
And,
think let's
you know, so-
take into consideration that rule probably wasn't there in the beginning. It was probably their thing, and probably LTD and so like, we gotta go full auto because we got our, or
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
that's probably
now
them
let's
in the
ask that
last
question.
year
Here, I'm going to
going
start with
full
Ninja, and then I'm going to go down there. So let's ask that question. I mean, we already all agree that the Bang Bang rule and CQB should be known games. We agree that. We're all advanced players here.
Yeah, I agree.
We agree that. I have a good question right now coming from me, and I want to ask you guys honestly, and this goes on the fully auto stuff that goes on in SC, Hollywood Sports, Tac City, and I have nothing against Polestars. I think they're amazing and they're beautiful guys, but they're mistreated. Okay. What is your feeling on the sense of using fully auto like that? Does that make you a better player or a worse player? Does it take away from your skill? Now, in my opinion, using fully auto, I could shoot 1,000 rounds down range using a gun that shoots 30 rounds a second, H-tap. I think, in my opinion, completely takes away from skill. Because with semi, you have to double tap, move on, or hold a guy down as you move. And those that are here in the Marine Corps would understand what I'm talking about. When you're moving, you're suppressing that target, you're squared up, and you're boom, 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 and you're keeping them down because you're the only one there. And you have to hold them there, right? And then when he does pop, you time him and you whack him. To me, that's skill. It takes time, it takes patience. You got to be reserved in the way you're doing, not freaking out. And then, and then you got the one guy just sitting there and he's going, ruh, 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 you know what I mean? And he's shooting laser beams out. Now, I'm going to start with you. Do you believe that takes away from your skill level, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ninja.
Okay, I do that every now and then. I'll do a lot of Milsim tactics where I'm doing what you just said, and then I'll change tactics to more speed soft like, and I'll go and then close with my sword. Actually, tactically banned my sword, by the way.
That's shocking.
They banned my sword.
Okay, to chime in on that, you don't need to be a speed softer to hose somebody.
Yeah.
Anybody can do that. I'm sick of people saying, oh, speed softers are known for hosing. That's completely not
So
true.
the Sevens won the ACA, and that was a speed soft event, and we use semi.
Yes.
So,
I'm gonna say
I prefer to play speed soft, and I am on semi all the
It's
time.
just a style.
Yeah.
It
It's
is,
preference.
yeah.
It's style.
It's a style.
It's not a select. It's not your fully or semi. So
Just
Yeah,
like
go
any
ahead.
person who can
All
drag
right,
race
let me-
knows how to drift, and any person knows how to drift knows how to drag. It's a style. That's all it is.
okay, go ahead.
it takes away from the skill. Here's why. You're not aiming. Every now and then I'll notice when I do that spray thing, I'm not aiming. I'm just running and try to get in a closer kill. And then switching back to where I have to aim and tap people, yeah, it definitely takes away from the skill. On the contrary, it boosts up your adrenaline a little more. You can get in closer to where you have a closer engagement, where you're comfortable with, or when you see the timing is right. So it depends on how you use it, but my opinion from someone who used that style, yeah, it takes away from the skill.
Okay, go ahead, Quentin.
I definitely agree. It takes away from skill because the way I look at it is that when you're popping around a corner and you're down your sights and you're sitting there, you're pop, pop, and you're aiming for the guy, you're waiting for him to pop up. To whereas, like you said, you're popping around just and popping and out. To me, that's kind of actually you're just blindly shoot. You're blind firing. You're just sitting there. Just hoping that one of the BBs are going to hit him. That's all you're doing. I mean, granted, when you're in if you're in a Milsim game, you're going to have, your LMG sit there and they're going to, but they're never going to be, holding it down because it's pointless. I look at it as kind of blind firing, but then there is ways to,
There's exceptions.
there's exceptions to getting around. It's like, depending on your situation, what is needed is what you need to do.
Right.
To me, I always, no matter what, it's like I always stick with 7 on that.
Monty?
I just think the whole art of semi-auto is more personal. Like if it's if I'm going at it with someone and I'm sitting there saying, bah, bah, they can tell oh shit, that guy's going for me, and that way it's like, oh, it's on, bah, bah, bah. It's like, oh, but
It's exciting. It turns into a cat and
exactly
mouse
because
game.
it's like me and this guy. But if I'm just sitting there just bah, 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 That's just
You're just hoping
hoping one dude will be like, is he done? Stink? Okay, yeah, no, he's not done. I just, I think it has its time and its place, just like everything else, but if I have my choice, I'm not, one, I don't want to waste my ammo just because I don't want to go back to staging, and two, I already have bad luck with batteries, and will just drain my battery even faster. So I'm not going to do that. My rifle rarely leaves semi unless I am just grumpy as all hell, and I just feel like, just to make sure I'm that guy that people are like, hide behind the corner, but most of the time I will just keep it on semi just because I don't want to waste the ammo, I want to make sure I'm accurate, and I don't want to be that, I want to make sure that if I'm going for someone, it's not someone in that general direction, it's someone, I want to make sure that I'm going after someone.
Now the question, what you believe fully auto takes away from your skill?
As far as it goes for like a non-support gunner role.
Now we're not talking about a squad automatic.
Yeah, as far as you go, like
we're talking about guys running and gunning, always hosing things
run and
down.
gun, full auto. I believe, yeah, because it's not the same. It's really not, because if you can round the corner, boom, get somebody. That's good, because that shows your line of sight, your trajectory, everything is on. You got it. You have it locked.
Exactly.
But if I'm running around a corner and I basically laser beamed, and I knew that I was going to get him.
You're that person. It's just.
It's the same thing. It's like you can always.
This is time and place, like you said.
It's super easy to kill someone if I'm sitting on a minigun, just. But I know someone out there is dead. If I'm locked up.
Your sound effects are on point.
I know. I was like, that's awesome. That's like great.
I'm on it.
That's great.
No. Granted, we're not talking about suppressive. So
Oh,
I'm
no,
sitting there, my TV is about from
Yeah.
point A to point B,
Yeah.
and there's half a dozen tangos downrange. Yeah, there's a place to go. And even then it's a burst,
Yeah.
and you're keeping their head down. And even at that point, you're like, I'm keeping their head down. Hey, if I hit someone, that's a plus.
Yeah.
But your whole point is for what? Your team to get from there to there.
Right.
So
If you're on full auto and you're going left or right, then it's just hoping that you're getting something.
Yeah.
say, Compton, you'll be the last one to touch on this.
I definitely do think it takes away from skill. I mean, I remember over at Deadwood, I got the drop on 3 of you guys semi-automatic.
Yep.
And you guys,
You did.
I got them semi-automatic only, didn't go full auto, got all 3 of it.
And I'm sure we all appreciated that too.
Yeah. That was
And that just goes back to skill, because he could kill us in semi-auto because he knew where he was aiming and he popped out shots correctly.
Yeah.
But
If I'd done it in full auto, it wouldn't have been as personal.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Since he got us and got the ding ding ding, and we're like, oh, got us. But if he would have just, we'd be like, oh.
And even at
It's like,
places dead woods, if
he's
he
just
just
hosing.
if he would have just straight with the fully auto, there's a good possibility he would have missed 1 or 2 of us.
Yeah.
There's so many branches and leaves and things like that.
Exactly.
He took the time to aim down, boop, and take it off.
Because when you're going fully auto, you can't see every single shot where it's going.
Yeah.
When the shots are going, especially in
And
Deadwood,
that's-
you're hitting branches,
Oh,
and
God.
once a BB hits a leaf or anything, it's gonna go off.
I
that way.
remember Isaac here was going at me. He hit a branch right in front of me with 1 shot. It saved my life. It's like,
Well, keep in mind that if kids
out
are
for branch.
Bulletproof branches, dude.
Hey, if kids aren't calling their hits or whatever, I'll go full auto on them. But yeah, it's definitely somehow for sure.
All right, moving on to the next question. This is not towards specifically Polar Star. It's kind of like all HPA that has the capability of a high rate of fire
Anything air tank.
and trigger modifications, etc. How do you guys feel about the people said like not trying to degrade any teams like MIA or any of those guys who are sitting there and are basically assaulting people on the field?
Could I
Yeah.
go on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe MIA and you guys, I mean, if you're watching this, whatever, I don't know you personally. But if you ever came to my field and you did what you did, the police would come and you'd have assault charges pressed upon you. Because the fact is, at that point, you took it from the point of play to the point of abusing someone. And who's watched the video, show of hands of the MIA video? Okay, you get a chance to watch it. You probably both in your mouth.
Came out that day to hurt people.
And the thing is with them,
I haven't seen anything worse.
I mean, the Jericho fight, obviously.
No, I haven't
It's
seen
not
anything
even.
worse.
It's not even a
You can't
fight.
compare
though.
those two.
It's
Jericho thing, I was there personally. I was struck, so was Mondo, so was a couple of the other guys.
Yeah.
Thank God I had a lot of sevens there with me to help me. It took us 30 minutes to pick up that fight, but I completely understand why it happened. Okay, the kid was out of line. He started the fight. The dad came around the corner, seen his son on the ground with a grown man on top. Any man here would have laid that guy on his back with the son on the ground. Now, granted, the son was in the wrong, but a father's instinct, what it's going to do.
And it doesn't matter
Yeah.
who it is. Same thing with my brothers. If I walk around the corner and I see him on his back, probably not big country on his back, but because he's. But I mean, if I see my brothers on my back, I don't care who it is. I'm walking up to you, and I don't even know how to fight, but I'm still gonna try to square up with you and figure out what's going on.
I will
Just
send
as I don't want
somebody to
people
the
to
Now,
hospital.
the aftermath of that fight, yes, it should not have happened. It took a half an hour to do this.
Yeah.
And the police took them, they took them an hour to get there. Okay, now the MIA thing is,
I'm guessing it's one of those SC Village Hollywood sports videos where
Yes,
people are
exactly right.
Now,
each
if I
person gets at least 50 rounds in it.
In
If-
seconds.
If
Yeah.
I can go at this real quick, from what I've heard from that Team MIA video is the fact that it was not just a bunch of casuals on the field and they were just like, oh, let's go wreck people. It was them with their buddies.
It was
playing
supposed to be a
together.
private game, and I heard that it wasn't a private.
I've heard both.
Yeah, so I don't
No,
know.
I'm taking it from both stands.
There's
If it
always
was a
two
private
sides.
game and you guys said, you know, we all agreed,
If
oh,
you
let's
all
lay
consent
into
to it,
each other,
okay.
go for it. That's your
Then
thing.
that's fine.
Whatever. But if I'm on the field and someone lays into me like that, or if I see someone laying into my brothers like that, I'm going to be very upset. Not because, ow, that hurt, just because that is like the lowest level. But going back to the skill thing, that's the lowest level of skill.
Yeah.
Because that requires nothing other than you spending money on your gun to make sure that that gun is cranked up to a level.
You know, on another note, they don't just stop when they know that hit the guy.
Oh, they
Oh, no, they
go
kept
burn,
going.
and they hit him, and then as soon as they know I hit Ninja, he goes, and then
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
You would face my sword on that one.
And no, I told Greg it would take
Oh.
everything for me not to go in the parking lot, find where their guns are at, and snap every two in half.
Yeah.
And then leave.
That's-
You know, that would make, because that kind of play would literally want, it would infuriate me, you know, to the point
I
that
would definitely.
I would want to go find their guns and snap them too. You know, bitch, you don't deserve to have this. Bam, like I would do to my son. When you grow up and you know how to treat this with respect, then you get happy.
Yeah.
And the thing
You
is,
know?
if you're going out there and doing that, if you're going out there and your whole reason and intent, thank you, for going to a field for the day is not to play the objective, not to have fun. Your job, if you want to do that, you're not going there for the right reasons. You're going there to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing
You're going there
as
looking for a
going to where some like your, ex-girlfriend's boyfriend is, going to a party he's gonna be at so you can fight him. Same exact
So
thing.
do you
You
believe
are
that
out
assault
there.
charges should be filed against you?
Absolutely,
hell yeah,
because
I
that is
totally
going
agree,
that is
yes.
going above and beyond what you need to do to get somebody out, and it goes to the point of pain.
No, I.
And I know I get pissed if someone bonus balls me. If someone gets me like a bop 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 and hits me with a 3, that's fine. If you're like bop 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 bop, I'm gonna get a little irritated. But if someone just lays into me like a freaking A10, I'm gonna be mad.
Or,
Yeah.
and
I'm
especially
gonna be
like
furious.
if you're already calling your hits, like you're hit, you still get shot many times.
Exactly.
That
You
shit
have your
pisses
dead
me
rag
off.
up.
Boom, done.
Yeah, they know you're dead, and they keep shooting at you.
And that's
what
going
works.
No,
back
we'll
to.
play the video after this and I'll show you guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely,
it's
it's
awful.
absolutely
And
absurd.
that is
Absurd.
not only is it no skill, not only is it rude, it is low class.
And then it makes all the Polar Star
Low class.
users look
Yeah,
bad.
That's the
exactly.
reason why Polar Stars hate it. I mean,
And
Yeah.
and that,
I own
I'm not,
Polar Star.
we're
I
not
absolutely
saying
love
all
the gun.
Polar Star HPA users are bad, but it just puts a bad name towards you.
And it goes like
of
this,
course,
we're all
it's a
from
bad
California and we're all
reputation.
dealing with the shitty gun laws, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay, well, a gun doesn't get off the wall and go shoot someone, or walk into a theater, or walk into a
people
store.
make it do it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Polar Star, same concept.
Yeah.
And that's a
They're
serious
amazing. They're amazing platforms.
They are the master race of airsoft. Of
course.
They are.
I mean, a Polar Star is an amazing
But
platform.
just don't be a dick with your gun.
No, it's
and
gonna,
that
I keep
just
telling
goes with
Greg,
everything.
it's gonna
Yeah.
come to a
That goes
point
with
where they
everything
ban,
you do.
they're gonna ban
Yeah.
them from.
Oh, I know.
You know, people continue.
It's going to start with 1 or 2 fields, and then from there
And
on
because
out, it's
I
going to
feel
be
like they're
gone.
going to end up probably being the next GMR. GMR fucked up in a completely different way,
Yeah.
but they got banned everywhere. Teams like MIA, I didn't even know who MI was. I saw one video and
Well, that
I don't like
it went viral too
want
on
to be
Facebook and all this
anywhere
on the
where they
media
are.
too.
That's the type of
forums.
team that's going to get banned from every field. Just
Could you
because
imagine
of
if the
namesake.
media got a hold of that?
Oh yeah,
That's
Oh,
the nightmare of
That would
it.
destroy our community.
It
of
would
Airsoft.
And
destroy
every single
everything.
person who doesn't know what Airsoft is and
All
doesn't
I
know
see
that
is that.
this is Airsoft. This is
Yeah.
what people do. We get together, we talk, and we work together.
Well, and
But
we're
if
all
some-
about
all it
welcoming
takes
new
is
people in
one
the community
dude.
too.
It just takes one dude working at like, especially like MSNBC or something like that,
Oh god.
showing it to Nancy Grace and being like, oh my god, did you see this? And she's like, today is a tragedy. We have young men running around and hurting each other, all for the sake of YouTube videos.
Next
and
Nancy
we're
Grace, by the
done.
way.
And we're done.
Are these guys actually proud of their videos? If I'm
Oh,
curious?
sure they are.
No,
Yes.
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 We're still like.
I've read messages sent to people who have like kind of spoken out against it, and their reaction was they had no remorse or they
There's
did
no
not regret
respect
for
factor.
anything that
They
happened
have
inside
no
these
respect.
videos.
There's no respect there.
And that's all
Just
it
like
should
the
be.
G-Mart thing. That's what G-Mart destroyed itself. It wasn't the fact of what they did or the code thing or anything. It was the respect of the authority around them. They had no. They thought they were above everyone else.
Because
I met some
I
of the
gets
GMR
to
guys.
everybody.
Individually, most of them are alright guys. There were some very bad apples in that bunch that infected the whole group.
I'm sure.
But most of them on an individual level are
And
really
most
good
And
guys.
most teams have that.
Well,
Yeah.
you'd be
What else
surprised
is
what
it?
fame
One bad
does
apple
to people.
spoils.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Remember when
that's-
Rainbow was
that's-
going around, there was a couple of the Rainbow guys, and not Squid or Chaplin, those are excellent people. I'm just using an example. There was one of them. You always used to go around and go, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Well,
no,
I
you
care.
fucking idiot, you're not wearing your mask. You know, Rainbow wore masks, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like fame, and that's what messed up paintball for me, was the fame and the money in the tournaments.
Yeah.
It just ruined it.
Yeah.
And that
You
goes
know,
to your
And
head.
this just goes to the old, you know, this company, not this quote, is very important to me. Bad company corrupts.
Yes.
That's all it is. You hang around with bad people, it doesn't matter if you have the best constitution, best intention, anything. It doesn't matter who you are, where you were raised, race, sex, anything. If you're hanging out with a person who's a piece, you're gonna be a piece. That's just who it is. And even if you aren't doing everything that they're doing, let's say I'm smoking meth or something like that, or I'm smoke checking people,
What?
or I'm smoking checking,
Where the hell did
I'm
that
just
come
being a
from?
jerk or whatever, and you guys are hanging around with me, people are going to assume he does it, he does it, he does it,
I
he
know
does
that.
it.
And
And
also,
also,
hell no.
That's guilt by
Drugs are bad, employee.
good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Yeah, I think we can answer that question.
I think we know
Yeah,
that. But
move on
anyway,
to the next question.
Yeah, next question.
Next question.
No, we're gonna go ahead and end there. I think we've already went 40 minutes. Remember, you guys, to leave questions, concerns, comments, everything. Leave them, leave them, leave them, leave them. Share, share, share. You guys, remember, this is just a discussion, just like if you're at the staging area.
exactly.
Okay, we're not always right. You know, you may.
And keep in
disagree.
mind, all of these are just our opinions.
Yep.
Yeah.
None of this is fact. It's all how we feel. That's why it's a round table. Everyone has their own ideas. Given a lot of us agree with each other, but it's all going to be different ideas every time.
and
but-
we want you guys on the show.
Please do. If you guys want to be on the show, let us know. Leave us a message or whatever, and we'll do our best to get you on here. Now, please, it really helps us out. Smash that like button. Please subscribe to us if you haven't already. Like our Facebook, like our Instagram, follow us. Like a bunch of stuff, makes us feel good. And, you know, I'm really hoping that you guys are excited for the next one because I'm thinking that we're going to do a Pilgrims and Indians thing for the next one. It's going to be fun. I'm wearing my, we're going to get a little feather on here.
Another thing, you guys, like Task Force Leonidas, look them up.
Yeah.
Look up Black Knights, Ninja and his boys, and also Blood Knights, big country here. You guys.
Big
We're starting a whole new coalition here in Southern California. You want to be a part of it? It's called the Freedom Airsoft Army. We're trying to get us all together, do free games, help each other when we do events, support each other, and all around just be brothers. You know, we're tired of all these big box companies and
We want
big
everybody
names
involved.
that, you know, we don't want to be like them. We want everyone to be involved. Everyone's important. You know, no matter if you're 10 years old or if you're 70, we want everyone involved. We love this sport. We want it to grow. So you guys, please contribute.
Yeah.
Be a part of us. No one, you know, there's no question that's wrong, unless it's completely absurd.
And you know what? Also, another thing, start directing questions at different people. You know,
Yes.
start getting questions at different people. But other ways, I think we've covered everything that we need to cover. Please leave us more, questions and all that. Let us know.
More insight. Yeah.
And more important than anything, skedaddle.
Bitch ass niggas, y'all niggas can't be around